This video will be a brief introduction to the cloning tool inside of Photoshop. We're going to use the reference picture on the right with the yellow circles and numbers to repair the damaged duplicate on the left. Selecting the file I'm going to correct, I'll go to my layer window and I'll put a new blank layer in, and I'm going to name it Clone. I'll hit S on the keyboard. It's going to take me to a little rubber stamp icon on the toolbar. Now, before I can use this with a blank layer above, I need to make sure that at the top of the application, in the option window, I've chosen Sample All Layers. Just like the paintbrush, I can right-click inside my document window and adjust the hardness and the size of the brush accordingly. I'll start out with my brush hardness at 70%, and I'll make the brush size 40. This is essentially a copy-paste brush. If I were to hold down the Option key and click on the part of the wall that I want to use to replace the damaged area, I can hold the Option, click with the left mouse, and let go of the Option key. Now when I put the brush over the damaged part of the photo, hold the left mouse down and paint, there will be a little crosshair cursor to the left of my brush, sending the information from underneath there to the brush location. I want to be a little bit more precise about fixing the area that's damaged on this man's head. I'll make the brush smaller by using the open bracket or right-clicking in my document window and changing the size there. And once I have a smaller brush, once again I'll hold the Option key down to get the little target icon and select the area that I think would be appropriate to replace the damage. I'll resample the forehead and I'll try to repair it with that area. Now if I want to get rid of the damaged spot on the wall, I'll make the brush a little bigger. And with the Option key held down, I'll click above it and then put the brush over and paint with the left mouse. So the Option key allows us to sample the area that we would like to use to repair. And then when we let go of the Option area, and then when we let go of the Option key, and locate the brush where we would like to paint and click and drag, it will send that information to the brush. So with this one, I'll probably go here and there. And to fix the damaged part of the jacket, I'll Option click above the rip in the jacket to copy that information. Letting go of the Option now, I'll paint. And you'll see that little crosshair X following wherever you Option clicked, and that is sending the information from underneath that crosshair X to the brush location. I'm going to repair all the damage, and then when I return, I'm going to make the photo black and white and start to colorize it. I've cloned all the damaged parts of the photo with the exception of the missing foot of the second man from the right sitting down in front, and then the face of the man on the couch sitting down on the far right. I'll start with the missing foot on the left. I'm going to select the layer with the actual photo, and I'll hit L on the keyboard to get the lasso tool. I'll make a broad selection around the good foot, and I'll go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste. And now I have a second foot on its own layer. I'll hit Command T to transform. Right-clicking inside the selection at the bottom, I'll choose Flip Horizontal, and then I'll move it over into position. Once I have it in position, I'm going to add a layer mask. And I'll get my brush, and I'll make my brush hardness 70%. And I'll make the size about 40. And I'll just go around the edge and blend it in with the other leg. I'll do the same for the face. Again, going to the layer with the photo, with my lasso tool to make my selection around the left-hand side of the face. It's pretty much intact. Making a broad selection again, I'll go to Edit Copy, Edit Paste, Command T, right-clicking inside, I'll choose Flip Horizontal, and I'll move it over into position. And I'll add a layer mask, and I'll get my brush, and I'll try and blend it in with the other side of the face. Now, it won't be perfect, so I'll have to go back to my cloning layer. Selecting the clone layer, I'll hit S on the keyboard, and I'll reduce my brush size. And I'll go in and I'll repair it. It won't come out perfect because when I altered this photo for this tutorial, I went a little too far in damaging the document. So we should have something like this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it into a black and white picture.